come to order. So
Okay,
now the town board meeting will really come to order. And Jennifer, would you please call the roll?
Carl Walzer,
Here.
Arlen Kai,
Here.
and Steve Jernigan.
Here.
And then absent is Lori Fitzgerald and Tim LeBlanc.
Okay, let's go to item 3 on the agenda is opening the reading of the bids.
Okay,
Is that
going to-
4? Is that the magic number?
No, that was just, I just had pre-numbered at 4. We have
Okay.
two. We have two.
2 of them?
Two of them. I'm gonna open the first one from Farner Asphalt. Okay, so Tony Lane. 10,282.00. Bramble Lane. 5,065.55. Tipperary. 26,761.77. And then Glenway, 33,489.80. Farmer.
Could you read the volume once again?
Yeah, absolutely. Tony, 10,282.00.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna open from Scott. Scott. Pony. 11,810.00. Bramble. 5,220.00. Tipperary. 3,323.00. And then Glenway. 3,855.0. Wait. It's 550, right? Okay. 550.00. Anybody have any questions or anything? Did you guys want copies of each other's?
Yes.
I didn't mention our vote on this is tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you haven't totaled it up already, guys, I think, check my work numbers, but for Farner, 75,599.12, or Scott, 88,810. Hi, Lori.
You got a place that. Stay right away.
What was your total again, Carl?
For Farner, 75,599.12. For Scott, 88,810. That's what I have. Here.
You made sheets.
All right, so then tomorrow night we'll
we decided.
Thank you.
You have any
Thank you.
questions for me?
I'm sorry, what's that?
I was just wondering if you had any questions for me or,
No, I think we'll decide tomorrow night.
Did you have any questions for us?
no, I do not.
I want to see, meeting tomorrow.
I'm sorry?
6 p.m.
Six is when it starts.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
And I didn't mean to walk in late, I looked down at 9:07, like.
I think I got one of those old hats for your dad, those ones that he likes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I'll stick it over in the shop.
thank you.
You bet. What'd you get?
See if I.
Go with the same number for the totals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Here, if you want to, and they're in here too. You know, look at them.
That's just like totally like. Also 9:07 on the phone.
Well, I've been sitting in my living room and. That was a while.
That was a while. Okay, you didn't have to bring that up.
Why not? Just,
Yeah.
it's not alone.
All right, we're ready to move on to the next one. So item 4 is the discussion about the 825 Eddingham property. And you're Jesse? Okay, sorry, I wasn't totally sure. There's been a lot of going back and forth between the town and you and the county, and there've been staffing changes at the county, but there's a pretty deep set of documents, and Jennifer, you might have the latest knowledge on this, like, especially over the last week or so.
That's his letter. I'll go over it now.
And there seem to be some twists and turns in this. Aside from the personnel changes at the county, you had some input from.
Like, I guess we should ask what Jesse would like. That's probably
where I'm at on it. I just want to switch the land. But me and Arlen, we talked a little bit about this, you know. I just want the house, I want to take the house down and set it back. I don't want nothing more. What happened back, you know, the easement, there is no easement. I don't even care about that. Like this right here, I want to take, okay, this section and put it back here. And I want to put the house approximately somewhere right about here. And make it legal, so it's so many feet off your property or the whatever the part property. So I just want to see for whoever owns the house, I want to sell the lot. That's where, and that's what's kind of holding me up now a little bit. Is that I can't sell this lot until this is fixed. Because somebody's gonna walk in this whole thing and I had a buyer come to me and wanted to buy it, and I said no. I told my realtor, I said, I'm in the thick of this now. We gotta figure this out, guys. And I don't want nothing more. I know you guys said you had this switch back. You guys just squared it off back there, you know. I just want to put this square back here. Because like I told Jennifer the other day, I know you guys bought it. It didn't get registered with the title company. We all know that, okay? But look at my position. If I went to a farm sale, I'm looking for a tractor. I go there. I bid the tractor to $10,000. I go to the clerk, write a check to the clerk for $10,000. I'm walking back to the tractor, and a guy stops me and says, "Hey, you can take the tractor, but the tires and rims are mine." And that's how I feel a little bit here. You know, I can't, when I bought it, I bought this whole thing. I can't give you that, you know what I mean, sign it over to you, like Arlen, you were talking about. I can't do that, I just want it so it's better for, I thought right away, how I accidentally come upon this as the park guy, and I said, hey, you wanna do a little horse trade, and I think this is kind of worthless to me, and I could see her driving over, and I thought there's an easement, when I looked into it, there's no easement. So that's why I was thinking that that's kind of weird. And it came down to it. It didn't get registered. I just want to take this, I don't know, so many square feet, or even we can square it up. I don't even give up a little more here. I just want to set it back so it's better for that lot. Whoever builds a house. Because the road is just so busy, you know, for a kid's dog, cat, whatever. I just want it, and you know, it just sits really nice back in there, guys. I'm clearing it out now. I don't know if you've been by there at all, but I gotta move on this. It's just getting nicer. So you know, that's what I'm at. Plain and simple. So you know, I need a decision here because I want to start putting this on the market. And you know, I know something Jennifer was talking about DNR is involved now. The county's involved. You know, all I can tell you, title company, I talked to them. They said it's not registered. It's got to be fixed. If you want to do something, what are we gonna do? That's where I'm at.
Well, so this is the town's attorney, Willie Morgan.
Yeah.
And we brought him into this because it's complicated enough.
It is.
That we're not gonna shoot an answer to you just because we don't want to get an answer. We want to resolve it.
Yeah.
But
It has to be
it's
resolved.
above and beyond what the board can analyze based on legal.
Okay.
Based on any of the legal aspects to this. So we can't make a decision today.
That's
I'll tell
okay.
you that.
All right.
But we want to work toward one. We just need,
But
we need to have more analysis done based on the documentation and the lack of documentation and, you know, advice from the county, advice from Attorney Morgan. And it's going to take a little bit of time. I cannot tell you how much time. Maybe it's not, maybe it's less than I think it will be, but I have a feeling it'll be, you know, not in the number of weeks, but more in a number of months. That's just my guess at it.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
take that for what it's worth, but I
Yeah.
think that's my guess at it.
Mr. Spadebauer, it was obvious that at the time back in 78, 79, that the town and the then property owner were just flip-flopping those two triangles. They're identically sized, and had that happened, you would have owned that rectangle. And well, you own the rectangle now, but you own a rectangle with a point on it.
Right.
So I first question is, obviously, if that had been done, you'd be in the same situation as you are right now, correct?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, had that upper triangle been properly transferred and, you know, the deed was done, it was signed, it just wasn't recorded, you would still own that rectangle. You'd actually own a little bit less land than you currently own.
Right.
So my point is, you'd still be in the position you are right now. You perhaps can build in the current envelope. And you probably can move it back a little bit to meet the step back.
Yeah, you're right.
So I mean, from that point of view, it's not the town's fault. It's unfortunate for the town that we didn't record that. My question is, have you talked to DOT? Are they going to take any of that right away? Do we know if they want? If
You mean for this right here?
No,
Or my-
frontage, yeah, they something like widening, if we're gonna record a CSM, a new CSM, combining that, because that what should have happened. Some of your predecessors should have combined those two pieces into a single lot as opposed to two lots that you own right now. This should have been combined into a single lot. Right now, this line is creating some setback issues for you. And so before you move it back, you have to combine it into a single lot, regardless. And if you do that, you can move it back. Right now, you can't because you're bumping up against that line that, it used to be.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it used to be, if you own both sides,
Yep.
no one cared.
Yep,
And
yep.
frankly,
You're in block, yeah, I understand what you're talking.
yeah,
Yes.
so, had everything been done, you'd be in the same position you are right now. My question was, does the DOT, do you know? You maybe haven't asked them, are they required?
I haven't talked to them at all.
Because you can see they've enlarged the right of way where they can. Up here it's really tight. Here it's a little bit wider. I didn't know if you talked to them, because that would impact where you can go forward. Because I think you got a little bit of space there, so you could actually enlarge the house, and you certainly can go longer. But I understand you want to go back. So have you thought about how much land you would want or need?
I just want
That's
whatever
what
that
is
is.
that?
I don't know how many square feet is it. I just like it, put it back. Sure. If it's possible. So
It is
that's
0.18 acres. 0.18 acres is how much that parcel is. And it's right on there. It's 7,922 square feet is what that little triangle is. I'm not sure.
This is the easement that,
Oh, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
easement and that doesn't impact him was building site. It would impact us if we own the property, but not significantly. So it's about just shy of 8,000 square feet is what this triangle is. And I don't know what that would look like. It certainly wouldn't be the same. It'd probably be, a sliver.
Well, that's more reason I really want the house back further.
Sure.
If you're right. I see that section there. They have an easement. It's,
Mhm.
I know me and Arlen, we talked over the phone. I measured 75 feet from
From
the
the center
center
line?
road right to the deck.
Okay.
It comes right to the deck.
So you can.
And I have like 15 feet.
In
I
the
can,
back.
if we're going with this more, not that.
Well, again, you easily can, if you combine it into a single parcel, you can ignore that, it's gone.
Right, it's gone. You're right.
So,
But this is,
but so what I'm hearing though is you'd like to acquire from the town and the DNR a portion of right through here because you want to sort of go south and west, it sounds like.
you know what, if anything, I just want whatever the square feet, the wells over here.
Oh.
I was actually looking at this a little more. I thought, I'm hearing this road thing here, you're probably.
I'm not saying that they will, but I know that.
But it's down the road, it probably will. That's more reason to get this house back here.
Oh, sure. No,
You know,
I agree. It's a safety issue. I agree.
It's
But
good for everybody.
yeah, my point was that it wasn't, you'd be in the same position had the town done what it should have done, at that time as you are right now. You want to move back, but the only way you can move back is combine that into a single parcel and you'd be limited how far back. For the town to give up any of this, we have to get DNR approval. I think it was acquired by the Knowles grant way back when.
Yeah.
And so that's why, it's, if you've ever dealt with the DNR.
I have. I'm in the thick of it. They've been good to me so far, because I bought a place over in Ridgeway and we got into something
Sure.
and it was good. We worked it out. They were actually really well good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any environmental concerns in this area?
No.
Okay, so it's not wetlands,
No.
it's not
No.
endangered species, anything like that? So back to my question, if the town and the DNR were to agree to, take that and you said maybe closer to the well, because we don't want a well agreement.
No.
So-
I'm thinking, I thought about maybe, we can even go 30 more feet this way to get it back a little further, if it means something. You guys want more frontage anyways, maybe not, but this road here, that's a big deal.
Well, we undoubtedly have a prescriptive easement to it, even though we don't have a recorded easement, right? Because we've been using it forever.
Right.
So I mean, to that extent, it's we want to clean it up. 'Cause it needs to be
It needs to be
cleaned up,
cleaned up.
but
I agree.
you know, we have our access and you have your building right. So do you have any idea? Have you calculated what that?
No, not yet. I'm just, guys, I just cleaned it up, so it's easier for everybody to look at it. And you'll see it. It's gonna be a really pretty lot. And it's gonna, it's a little bit of a hill. I kind of like it. There's some beautiful maple trees right about here. And you set that right there. This, I'm thinking right in, well, not even, I'm thinking somewhere right in here. But I need about 15 feet for the lot line too. You know, you don't want to be so darn tight too, but it's just, the house is just so close. It's ridiculous. I was a little surprised when I bought that, how much traffic is going through there.
Yeah.
It's,
And you'll get more because
I know, it's only gonna get worse. You're right. And I can see them widen that, I don't know, what is that, 15 feet?
Yeah.
It looks, it's all of that, you know, so that makes it even worse. I don't know, you guys do whatever you gotta do. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Move on it.
the biggest constraint, aside from the desire on the town side, and I'm not, I shouldn't speak for the town, I'm just, as I look at this, having dealt with various municipalities, the biggest constraint is the DNR. To be 100%.
You know what, I know DNR has changed so much
Mhm.
in the last 15 years. It's crazy how much it's changed. Talk to them.
Jennifer, is this under a conservation easement, that park, you know?
Don't know.
Okay, so we know it's a parkland, and it was acquired with Knowles
Yeah.
money. I just don't know if it's got any constraints, because if it does, I mean, then it's a process of going to a public hearing. Even if they express a desire to do, we have to submit a petition to change the nature of the land and get it probably rezoned, because I'm sure it's not building zone, so you're gonna have to get, you know, a new CSM, a new zoning, and DNR approval are the three things that.
But I shouldn't be paying for that, I don't think.
I think the opposite though, because the town is really a non-issue. If we're going back to 78 and everything was recorded properly, then as Attorney Morgan is saying, you're still in the same situation. So I feel like, and tell me if there's.
Sure he is.
Based on what though?
Well, if he was properly recorded,
Right.
has a lot
Yeah.
that ends up being 110 by 274 feet.
Mhm.
It's a non-conforming lot as far as our land use is, but that leaves taking away the front yard setback and the rear yard setback and the side yard setbacks. There's a 10,000 square foot chunk, buildable area
Right.
that he could be building a home on, which is quite significant. And can have quite it's an extremely flexible piece of ground.
Mhm.
Yes, it'd be nice to be pushing back. Yes, it'd be nice not to have a house on MM, which is busy and getting busier. Yes, it would be great if Dane County, the DOT said, hey, we'll just buy this from you and then you could be made whole and have sold it to the highway department instead of a home builder, a homeowner.
I don't care who I sell it.
You know, I mean, so, I mean, those,
Yeah,
that's just a
yeah.
possibility and that
Yeah.
could be a wonderful outcome there. But right now.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. I just like the thought I heard you say that had we properly recorded that northern triangle, he would be better off today than he is right now.
Oh, no, I don't think.
It's the opposite.
I'm saying that, let's just say that happened.
Mhm.
And because right now, it looks like it's two parcels. That rectangle is now listed as two parcels instead of one, which makes it goofy as all get out as far as setbacks. if it was properly done, he would have a rectangular lot that is 110 by 270.
So you're saying that in addition to properly recording, we should have had a CSM done at that time to create that rectangle instead of.
Bingo.
Got it, okay.
Okay, and so that would have cleaned up a lot of mess.
100%, I agree.
And then it also would create it also allows a very buildable lot. He's got a 10,000 square foot area if it was properly recorded as one rectangular lot.
All right, yeah.
I think we need to get at least to that rectangular lot and let him move on. And I think that would be the simplest thing to say.
So create and pay for a CSM and record it.
And record, and I think that would take less time.
Oh, yeah, it would not require DNR approval at all.
Not at all, then we could be moving forward. I mean, he could be moving forward tomorrow. If we say, let's get the CSM. Properly combine that, properly get that crazy little triangle up there. Deeded to the Bicentennial Park as it was intended to do in the first place, what the Reynolds agreed to. I mean, we have
the descriptions for all of this, I mean,
We
you
have-
know.
we have
you
descriptions
can
for all of
do it immediately.
the paperwork was done in the 70s. I mean, you got the survey, it just was not completed. Get those two parcels into one nice rectangular lot that he can sell and build on. And I think that if we start getting into the DNR, we're months and months and months and months and.
My understanding was that he wanted beyond that, he just wanted to push that line westerly.
I know that's nice, but that was not, I mean,
Wasn't the
the
intent.
deed was done. Everybody was agreed before, and I think we should be continuing on with that agreement. Get the CSM. I think that can be done quickly, and then he moves on, rather than getting into the hoorah with the DNR on here and deeding more land. You know, it had already been agreed to and accepted, so we had a contract. Let's live to that contract.
I'm with you. It's so simple to me. I'm just a farm kid, but you're right. It was all agreed to have this much land. We're just shaping it different, you know? There's I can see why the park made a deal with them. You got a road. You know, Reynolds they got more of a, you got this, where the park got more than Reynolds did. Land wise, because you got a road.
They're actually identical,
Yes, but you got a road going into your thing.
Right.
This is all, you can't get to a road. So that's why I'm thinking, man, this is easy. I mean, you guys, who owns the park, come up much more than the owner. That road is worth a lot, that easement.
Well, we've been going across it for 50 years, so I think we have some adverse possession going there too.
You probably do. I'm not gonna, guys, I don't want to sit here and fight about this stuff. I just want, this is what I bought. Let's make this nice for everybody.
Well, I think it already was nice. If we have that 110 by 274 parcel properly surveyed and turn it into one lot, put that triangle into the town as it should have been. I don't see that we can justify additional land onto this lot.
I don't want more land.
Well, then, good.
Did you make a point though about wanting to go into the parkland a little bit?
Yes.
Extending into the parkland?
This whole thing, I want to take this section and maybe another 20 more feet and bring it out like this. Or excuse me, make it like this more. So I'm back here. It gives me an option.
That wouldn't fly with your.
No, it doesn't.
It would have to be the exact
We
same
would have
size.
to the whole, I don't, the deal was made 50 years ago.
Right.
I agree.
It was not properly documented, and I think we could get this properly documented. And I think if we can do this with this, if we can do this with the CSM and properly document that little triangle up there to the town like it was intended 50 years ago. And you have your lot of 110 by 274 instead of 2 lots. You can move forward.
But also not the slightly extended,
No,
right, just.
I don't think, because I think we've already,
I think the DNR would say no.
Right.
At the very least, it would take him a year to get to a yes, if we got there, and a lot of time.
Yeah.
If we had the desire.
But the town would not steer that. I guess that's what I'm going back to is that even in this case, well, maybe it's different. Let me just say it and then I'll probably backtrack. But even back in when this was first 78 or whenever that was, would the town have steered the documentation or would the prospective landowner?
whatever it was, there's an awful lot of discussion and minutes in here.
Yeah,
That was steered by the town,
okay,
recommended to the owner,
okay,
approved by that they had their agreements.
right.
And I'd say that we can move this,
As a correction, more or less, right?
we can, it
Okay,
needs to be corrected.
yeah,
It
okay,
does. I mean, we want to guarantee clean up our access, whether it be by ownership or a express grant easement. We don't have to worry about that, and he needs a rectangle to make it easier to build it.
And once he has the rectangle that's described there as one lot, he's got a lot more freedom. He can still build on this lot here, and like the county said, if he builds on the exact lot right there, then
But not,
he
not
doesn't,
extending.
he doesn't
not
get into
extending.
rear yard
Right.
problems. But he still has a buildable lot,
Right.
even
right,
in
As
that
is.
trapezoid shape.
right.
The
Okay.
rectangular shape cleans that up and gives him 10,000 feet of area where he can be building the house on.
Yep.
You can move the house in a better position.
Yeah.
You know,
Understood.
just plain simple, you know?
Okay, but I don't see that we can, the deal was made, it was agreed to. Let's clean it up and make
Okay.
it.
Another point, when I talk to the title company, they come upon this stuff all the time, guys.
Yep.
I said, they said, is this a stranger? He said, oh, Jesse, we get into so much stuff. And he said, I said, is this an easy to clean? Yeah, they need to clean this up. It's not your problem, it's your guys. And I'm coming to you guys, and I just want to make it nice for everybody, for the township, the county, everybody. It's just, I can't sell it as right now. Like I said, I had a guy come to me, I don't know who he was. I said, Mark, I'm not even interested in selling it. I'm in the thick of this this winter. And I said, I'm working with, I talked a little bit of Arlen, a few phone calls, and that was about it. And,
Right.
and Jennifer.
Okay, let me ask everyone, are there any loose ends that you would want to have tied up before we vote on this, if we vote on this today?
Well, tidy up.
Is there anything that?
Define what it is that we're.
No, what I'm saying is there anything we don't know that you want to know before we vote on this? And we don't have to vote on this, but we could vote on this today.
It's listed as an action item, so we could take action, direct that Jennifer engage a surveyor to create a lot and then direct that the deeds be drafted to transfer the lot. So I mean, that all something that under our current agenda, we could do.
Yeah, I would think that would be. You described a very good motion there, sir.
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
I think we established that, I think what you started the meeting with, maybe something Jesse didn't know, we established that once the lots were combined, that you still had a building envelope, that you still could build. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
established
yeah.
that, just so you are aware, maybe you didn't get that from that, we wanted to make sure that you could build. And
Right.
And that we wanted to make sure that when we're going into the meeting that you had
Yeah.
that. So even not getting any additional land, the building envelope still remain with that.
Mhm.
Might not be the size that you wanted or what you wanted, but but
It's a sufficient size, it is a goodly size to be putting them up, and you can be with a hand, you can be moving it backwards. As you want to
I
do.
would really appreciate it, guys. That's what I'm looking at. It's good for whoever owns that or a I don't care if it's commercial or whatever it is.
Well, we,
Well, that's another deal. I don't want to tell you, that's a house lot. That's all I want. I want to move on. I want to clean it up I tell you, I have so many.
Factory for some other lot.
Yeah, right.
A very tall
There'd be a
factory.
factory there.
okay, let me,
Let me see if I can put a motion in here.
all right. It could be simple in the beginning. I mean, it could be the beginning of a process,
Yeah.
you know, that's.
Yeah, any sort of property is going to take a different meeting, but.
A what?
To actually transfer it would take a different meeting, but to create the documents or direct that the documents be created, certainly can be done.
Okay, then let's create a document. That, see, I move that we create. Or authorize the town to
Engage a
engage
surveyor.
a surveyor to develop a CSM. For combining the two. Parcels of land that end up with a 110 by 274. Foot. Lot. And include the transfer of the northern triangle to the town as was intended when the bicentennial park was created. Have I danced through that one?
I think so.
I mean, I think,
That's what we discussed.
That's, that goes back to the original intent, so.
yeah, go back to the original intent,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, do you hear a second? Carla?
Second.
Laura was first. All right, any other discussion? No, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. All right, motion passes.
Okay, so
That's
if I understand right. You guys will hire a surveyor, come out. Like intended, and I can take this piece and put it back here.
No.
Because that would require a DNR approval. Again,
That
we're
would
talking
require
a long
something.
time.
That's not what was intended when that,
So
This gets us back to
all
1970.
right here.
Yeah.
Is what I own,
Correct,
right,
and you're not gonna give me that to the here.
No.
can't today.
Yeah.
But you could over, whatever, well, I don't know, you would have to go, this is a DNR factor in this.
That's a lot, guys.
If we're going-
I'm giving up quite a bit of land.
you got quite a bit of land
I know, but it,
50 years ago.
If I think your original argument was going back to 78, something didn't get filed, right? You were saying, hey, we should go back to 1978 or 9, I don't remember which one it was.
Or
This is what we're doing, so now we're back to the 70s. And you can do whatever you legally want to do. But we said a couple times, this does not bump into the parkland, because what we were discussing does not bump into the parkland.
But it allows you to now build a house and it won't bump into that line that Attorney Morgan was talking about, that line.
But I can only move this 15 feet back, if I did the measurements, it's. I gotta be so many feet off this line.
25, you're 25 feet off the back.
Oh, 25, it's 15 or 25, that's right.
It's 25 feet from the rear lot line.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's 15 feet, if I gotta go back and
Well,
measure.
you would have a rectangle, 43 feet by 254 feet that you could be building in.
So you'll have a bigger triangle now with the CSM that we'll create for you. That's what we asked the county.
So.
You
What
won't have that
I'm
line in the
trying to
middle.
do is see if I can put that house back here, right on the line.
Well,
If I
with a
give up
variance,
the-
you could.
Yeah.
Potentially, but
Yeah.
I don't know that you need a variance, but maybe you do, maybe there's a safety issue that you could be entitled to a variance, that's another option. Yeah, and I think that's what I'm hearing you say in part, that, look, this is a busy road, and to make it absolutely safe for public safety, having a reduced setback to allow me closer to my rear property line would be appropriate. I mean, obviously, you're not, one of the reasons we have setback lines is because you don't want to be right on top of a neighbor. Well, the neighbor here is a tree.
Right.
So, I mean, you have less of a hardship, or not a hardship, but less of a impact on the neighborhood. So that argument goes away. So it really devolves to a safety, public safety. And I'm not saying a variance would be granted, but that is an option. At very least, you'd be able to have a lot that you could say, this is a buildable lot, and whoever wants to buy it, will be able to build on it. And you said you don't know who's gonna build on it.
I tell you what, I can't make a decision right now.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked a little bit, but I gotta go out there.
Do you want-
I'm gonna see where that is. I know I'm not gonna like it. I gotta talk to some people.
Having it surveyed so you actually know what you're looking at would be a
I
huge
know where this, I know where they're at.
Oh, okay.
There's posts out there,
There are.
and that's why I was looking at this. There's something really screwy. And then the park guy came out, and then I could tell he was talking to somebody else, and I stopped, and we got talking about this, and we didn't know whose lands it what, So I went back in my paperwork, and I realized I questioned the title company, and says, Jess, you own this land, period.
Yeah.
Even that ATC went to Reynolds in 2020, have an easement.
Right.
So they recognize it, I own the land.
100%.
It's hard, you guys want me to give that up. It's little, all I'm saying is I want to trade land. It's hard for me, you guys gotta understand, it's a little hard for me to give that up. I know what you guys want, I'm all for it,
Do we,
but I don't want
Well, see, you take our position that it was given up, it was traded 50 years ago. It just never got documented.
We weren't there, guys. I know that.
I know, but
It's one of those deals that didn't, but talking to the title company and that, he says, that's your land. And it's hard now, if I agree to this, I'm giving it that up to you guys to clean the mess up. Yeah, it really makes you guys a lot easier, but I don't want to get into a fight here at all, man.
I hear you.
I just do not want to go down that road.
So here's an idea that's not my original idea, but maybe the person sitting next to you, his idea was if we do let Jesse retain ownership, or we document his ownership, but also document the easement on that property.
What I'm saying, leave him with the triangle?
Yeah.
Even with the triangle, we'll get an easement or a CSM that, that maps out this whole thing. So he has, again, the unified area there that he needs, but he retains ownership there. In exchange, we do that in exchange for a grant of express easement right there.
Hey, guys, you know what? I don't even want that.
Well, I understand. But
It's a good option. I'm looking at all options here. For me, the value is if I can put that triangle back here.
Understood, but we don't have that authority. If it was not expressly, I mean, it is town land, but it was taken with monies that the state gave us. So we can't just say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea to us. We have to go through an entire process. And if you want, we can't guarantee that'll happen. But even if we could guarantee that'll happen, we can pretty much guarantee it won't happen this calendar year. So I hear what you're saying. I understand your frustration. But I also understand that had it been done the right way, you'd be in exactly the same position as you are right now, wanting to move back and still coming to us and saying, we can't guarantee we can get to move back. The variance would be the better option, in my opinion. I can't advise you, but I think a variance would get you back closer to that setback line.
But I don't think that would happen.
Okay, all right.
I've been through that variance process too many times.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, is there
It's-
is there an unnecessary hardship? I know. And I haven't been out to the property, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah, well, there's physically, there's enough land in which to be built, to be using the property.
Certainly, it's being used right now as a residential.
You know, if it,
Mhm.
let, you know, can you
Mhm.
switch that back again? You know, the well is somewhere right over here. If the well was closer here, but we can't. If we change land, anything back here, you gotta go through DNR.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
Who do you talk to? I say get on board.
Well,
I-
again, you'll have to, you have to, I don't know, Jennifer, do you know?
I have no idea.
For the DNR, and I think that's above and beyond the town. I don't think, it's not the town.
You know, I was just
We don't
kind of,
benefit from it.
I mean, I guess I was just kind of looking at, was a bicentennial, it was a big fundraising, I mean, it was, there was a lot of people involved during this time, and these bicentennial parks are meant to be, 2076 was.
Yeah. That was the
It's-
intent when it was
yes.
created. That was 100-year park.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be really nice for this,
And I think that
July
we
4th.
probably justified it before because it was an entrance to a park, so how are we justifying? You know, we're trying to trade for land that we already traded, I'm sure that,
Mhm.
Understood.
so how are we justifying it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a goofy thing.
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess I came to you guys back in the fall and I feel like this is all these months are wasted. I would know a little bit more where we're at.
I don't think wasted. I think there's been a lot of work in trying to figure out the documentation and the lack of documentation.
I know.
What the property rights are in this entire area. And there, like I said before, the town's been involved, the county's been involved, the attorneys have been involved. There's been a lot of work here, Jesse.
But DNR hasn't. And
Well,
I found that out just a little short while ago. DNR, why is DNR?
Well, I don't think we knew you wanted to move into DNR land until today. I didn't.
Well, that's how I started with this.
Okay.
I said, I was looking at this thing and I was thinking, guys, I thought there was an easement because you guys were driving over. That's where I came upon, and I was looking at that, and I thought, oh, that's kind of a goofy piece. Why wouldn't they, I don't know what happened back in the day. I didn't look at the paperwork. All I know, I owned this section.
Mhm.
And I thought, well, gosh, that'd be a lot nicer. The house is not savable. The house is junk. Either it's got to be hauled away or burned or whatever. It's just, I thought about, is it possible? And I'm a fixer upper. That's what I do for a living, but no way. I can spend a lot of time on that. And it's an old house. And it's just too far gone. I just thought it'd be just great if you could. I don't care if I gave up this a little bit, but you're saying if I go across that, DNR's got to be involved.
that's the
Period.
park. Yeah.
That's the park. At this point, get them involved. I'm gonna go back, talk to my people, guys. I'll tell them what happened. I'm gonna even go back to the title company. I'm gonna ask them their 2 cents, because I don't want to get into too much time and it costing everybody some time and grief and money. I
Right.
just,
But let me clarify though, we're not gonna contact the DNR. We have two options for you. One is to initiate a CSM that goes back to like 78, 79, whatever.
what Arlen was talking about.
And
Yeah,
then
I got it.
the second version involves the triangle.
I keep the drive, I
You
give
keep
you
the
easement
triangle
across.
and we
I got
document
it.
the easement. That's all we can offer at this point.
Okay. But
The DNR, you can contact them, but that's not the town's responsibility. That's above and beyond what the 78, 79 arrangements were.
I feel it is your responsibility.
Oh.
It's
not.
it is, because right now, as you're driving over that section, It's on my land, there's no easement,
Well, there's a practice, there is
Prescriptive.
technically, there's.
then I don't wanna get into that, you know what I mean?
Okay, but-
You guys are, I don't wanna get into.
No,
fight.
that would be
They
expensive for
cleaned it
us
up.
just to get
Right,
that.
right. I'm not here to fight. I just wanted, I wanted it good for the lot.
Okay, you've got two lots there right now.
Yeah, but I can only build,
You got two triangle
I can
lots.
only build on one.
Right,
I can only build on one.
right. And now we're looking at getting rid of the two triangle lots, combined into one rectangular lot, like it should have been 50 years ago. And you can sell it, you get a big buildable area. And you can build on it, sell it, and
But
it could be,
Always.
literally,
I'm only gonna make
Attorney
that,
Morgan, if this proceeded forward with the CSM, this is a matter of weeks, months? A couple of months?
We could in weeks to a 30-day time frame.
Okay, so within weeks.
Couldn't I just have you
Versus
clarify,
you.
Arlen, like,
Pardon?
which version of the CSM are you talking about? The
It's-
rectangle, like back to the 70.
Combining the lots.
I get this.
Yeah.
That's what I was
exactly,
talking about.
Right, which is what the original intent
Right,
was,
right,
and he moves forward.
Yep.
In a month, he can be selling it, building it, clean, simple, move forward.
I'm gonna, let me talk to my, tomorrow you guys got another meeting here.
But it's not on the.
It's not on the agenda.
But you don't think you guys would talk to the DNR? You guys have more pull than I would. You guys know who to talk to.
Don't count on it.
No, but it's that part of it though. That part of it is not going back to 78, 79, whatever it was. That part of it is a new issue that we're not driving. The town is not driving where a little chunk of DNR of where the park goes or who
Okay.
owns it.
Yeah.
So we have no involvement in that particular part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
But DNR put the money up for the land? I mean, they bought the land,
Part of they contributed to it. A lot of people
donated money.
donate money for,
Okay,
and DNR is included in there,
okay.
is my understanding. I don't know all the details of that. But there's,
I wasn't around.
There's an
So it's a-
article
it's a-
basically.
I was
gonna say,
There's
it's on the
a paper and essentially, there's all sorts of money we're the caretakers of it, but we're not the owners of it. We're not the sole owners of it, the DNR. Essentially, it's a state that owns it, and so we cannot sell it because state money goes into it, so tax dollars go into it, which means state tax dollars go into it. You cannot sell
Got it.
state land. You
okay.
can't do it because it's owned by the people. That's the whole purpose of it. And so it's kind of why it's meant to be there forever, for everyone to enjoy. It's kind of the purpose.
Right.
And I mean, and if you think about it, you're saying, but I want to be able to essentially profit off of what I bought. And so we're going to sell. And I get your point, but you get the other point of what it's like. We have to be able to make sense of it. If we go to them and we can't really make sense of it, you have to go to them and you have to make sense of it to them. Because it's your issue, you have to fight it. Unfortunately, because we do have the easement for we have it, because it's been there forever.
now, in all honesty, thank you very much for coming forward and purchasing the property from the relative. The thing is, it's a house that's been let go. It's a property that's goofy. It's two parcels right now. Let's get it into one parcel so that it's clean. You can build on it. You can move backwards into the lot, and it can happen within a month.
Let me talk to my people.
Mm.
You guys, I
I
can't.
was gonna say, why don't you get back to Jennifer and we will hold
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
entering a contract with.
Yeah.
I think we're not in agreement, but we don't wanna go crazy here.
No.
And I appreciate that. And I told my realtor, I said, I'm dealing with the board and then getting one person and they dig in. You know, then it can be a mess.
Oh, it's actually it's a federal matching grant.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a federal grant, sorry.
So,
It's the CRAP grant, sorry.
um,
The DNR, it's a DNR.
It isn't the DNR then.
No, it's a federal grant that's managed by the DNR.
Oh, yeah.
The OARP?
Yeah.
The OARP program
Yeah.
and.
Can you text me that
okay,
Yeah.
or
It's,
email me that?
Here.
is it in the packet?
yeah.
Just, you can have my copy.
Or,
Yeah.
I gotta, this is over my head too.
You need to make sure that's the right page, that's all right, at the same, it's on the,
Yeah.
you can take the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, I just,
I've got it.
I gotta talk to these people and see what my guys think of it and. You know, cause they're helping me.
Yeah, it's not the Knowles one, that's not the Knowles one that we would normally think of.
Right.
The Knowles one is the common one today. This one is an older one, sorry.
If anything, yeah, the easement that I do what Arlen said, if anything, on this whole thing, because I don't know. I'll talk to my guys and see what they say and.
Well, we have two very quick options for you.
Right. And you know, otherwise we can sit here, like you said, at the end of the year, maybe the end of the year.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with people that had no business, but then it gets to be a power trip. So maybe, all right, let me think about this and I'll come up with a decision and see where I'm going. Okay, guys?
Okay.
All right, just let us know. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Bye now. Anything, for item 5? It's just board communications. We'll see each other.
Can I go back to the, so right now, we have an authorization, did we vote?
You did.
Oh, we did, but he also said he wanted us to hold.
I know, we can hold it, but anyway, we've got that, so if he authorizes and says go for it, we can go for it. And let's
Just to
do
be
it.
clear, it would be the rectangular
Yes.
lot that's 274 by what, 143?
110.
I see it, I see two numbers, the one, I don't know, that's 143 in the bottom and that 20, then at 57.75, and I can't leave that second one, it's 582.
Oh, no, that's another, if you have there's another survey somewhere here.
Honestly,
Here's
This is what I'm looking at.
here's a survey right here. This is what was done in seven. So there it is.
This is
We have that.
this is the rectangle we're talking about.
That is correct.
Yeah, my original,
And this is-
thought from months ago was,
110.34 feet.
okay, so. Okay, I have to go back to the other ones. These numbers are different.
him keeping.
I'm sorry?
What would you think about him keeping that northern triangle piece? I mean, we don't need it, he's not gonna use it, it's still taxable.
He's paying his $16.52 on it.
I mean, it's not much, but you know,
I would,
still gets him to the end point.
But he doesn't have
it would
that
be
extra.
best,
That,
No.
That-
Oh, yeah, he's
that's
not gonna
the
get.
deal breaker.
He's-
That's
well,
the deal
he's-
breaker.
if he wants it done anytime in his lifespan.
Yeah, well, especially if there's federal.
I would want to get that triangle into the bicentennial parking. Not at all cost.
Yeah.
But
You don't want to.
No, I think your
I
preference
want
would be
into the
to
park.
You want to-
square it off, make it look.
But we should do that anyway, though, correct? Whether or not Jesse wants to go forward, we should have
Oh,
it surveyed and get
We
it
should have,
cleaned up.
we should have.
Because it's gonna come back to bite us, I'm sure, if somebody else buys it,
Oh, that's what you're
if
saying.
he sells it to somebody else.
Well, we wouldn't be any worse off.
No.
We wouldn't be any worse off, but this was a deal that was set 50 years ago.
Yep.
Let's finish the deal, finish the documentation and do it, and that's the intent of the motion. Okay. And not give
I agree, I just try to make it more palatable to him since he's been paying taxes on it.
It was $16.
I know,
But he hasn't paid it yet, Mr. Reynolds had, and Mr. Reynolds also got $1,000 for the easement from the AT&T.
I thought you got 3,000.
3,000, well, whatever it was,
Sure.
all right, I'd like that back. I'd like,
Oh,
we
all
were
right,
supposed to give that.
yeah. All right, anything else on either Jesse's situation or just general board communications? No, we can remind you to see each other tomorrow night.
But if we get the description, doing the transfer, is a matter of hours. And everything will be done. Once he gives us his, his identification information, FEIN.
Okay, but even,
For the training.
you've seen the survey that was done,
Oh, yeah, yep,
this one back here, it's already been done.
Yeah.
So you say it's a matter of hours now?
and then to make sure that the deed's done, so the transfer return, you know, we're looking at it.
So this document could be used?
I
What's the
would
date on it?
probably want a new CSM,
Well, I would think that would be
I
cleaner.
think so.
other than quit claiming, yeah, you could do it, you could accomplish it, but that seems. You
Yeah,
know,
that's just-
the register of deeds gets antsy when you do a series of quits claims deeds, so.
Okay, well, if you know there. Well, since and this would not fly on a variance.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it'd be a challenge. It depends on which county you're in. I can tell you without a shadow of doubt that some of my town boards would say, go ahead.
Okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
In, since I sit on the board of that, I know the politics of that and how they're.
What if you recuse yourself?
I would have to, possibly have to recuse myself, but the advice that Hans,
Yeah.
Hilbert would be saying is hardship?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I
What's the
didn't
hard-
privy Jesse to all of those messages, so
Oh,
I
okay,
think that was like, when you were saying that, I was like,
okay, that's.
I didn't give him all of those
That's
messages.
fine, totally
I
fine.
just kind of wanted it for our information, so when we came in here, we knew he could at least build. I think that was just what I wanted to know.
I had no idea he wanted to go westerly.
Oh, yeah,
No.
oh, yes.
Hard time to figure that out too.
Yeah.
Cause it was like, I'm like, no, he owns it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, he wants to build, he wants to tear the house down and build and then sell the property, or he
Yes.
just wants to sell?
Well, I heard two things.
And then he wants to.
Someone else will build, I don't know who or where, and I would like to do this and my partners, so
Yeah.
I think we got a mixed message.
Well,
It
For me,
means from
I
us
was
and
suddenly
sells
confused,
the
thinking
be clean.
he still thought
I would think that would be the
Square
simplest.
could come back to him and go
Get rid of
on the
that.
west.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm
Something.
Building is a joy.
I mean, again,
I had a hard time thinking.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, but I always understood that it was all, it was that if you square triangle, and then they gave us another triangle. And he doesn't see that, he thinks that's what he's supposed to do.
Have a lot up there again.
But and I was sitting here thinking, I don't even know what I'm hearing now because I understood it the other
Okay,
way.
Yeah, right,
And it's,
If you
right.
can blow out a little bit, just that we can see the land on either side. Okay, there's. When that where the 3 is, the 143,
Mhm.
where the 3 is crossed, there's a line there. Already, the right of way has been moved back.
Okay.
Up. And you see the line has already moved back. There too.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not quite sure what that little triangle
It's a residence, yeah.
but he had, if he wants to sell to the county Department of Transportation, I'm just very surprised that they haven't come in and said, we want the whole thing, because
Right.
MM is going to be a big
well,
road.
that's a risk that he takes too, right? I mean,
But it's also an
whoever
opportunity.
bought the
for him.
house from him.
It's an
that might
opportunity
be-
from him
Yeah.
to sell it to the,
How much did they acquire it for, do you know?
Pardon?
How much did he pay to acquire this property?
I thought maybe somebody would ask him that today,
Oh,
because I wondered if he would ask, like, for us to buy it, or,
yeah.
right, because
I
we
thought-
got, when the rentals were coming up, we got a call to buy the property, and the board looked at it, and they said, no, we don't wanna buy it. So it went for auction, and he bought it at auction, and so when he talks about it, it's like, and he makes that analogy, I'm like, well, why should we make you whole? We didn't sell it to
Right,
you.
right,
Why?
right.
Your analogy keeps haunting, it's like, we didn't sell it to you. So, I mean, he should ask us to buy it if he, of anything.
I
or
thought we
ask-
should buy it.
Yeah, I thought we should buy it.
I thought we should buy it and just neaten up that whole park
Mm.
there,
But-
and it is a
I wondered
bad
if they didn't
corner.
record it. I wondered if in seventies they didn't record it because they thought if there was some, but I could not find any document
No.
that we were gonna buy it. I couldn't find anything.
There was
If I
no
could've-
written record.
There was
that
no,
we
I
were
couldn't
gonna
find anything, and I tried to find the powers that be at the time. If there was some sort of written documentation with the Reynolds, because the Reynolds, it never switched property hands from the Reynolds. It went from the parents to the son. And I could not find anything that the town had with the Reynolds that we would acquire that property.
Yeah, well, it's also a viable house at the time. And we're very much into not, I would believe the political winds at that time was we're not gonna condemn anybody's property or even
Right,
have it look like condemnation.
I just remind that we're still in the meeting.
yeah.
We're getting a little like casual.
Right, mhm, yeah.
But let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Anything else before?
No.
Okay, so without objection, we're adjourned.
So if we hear from them, Jennifer,